Welcome to the European Pirate Summit 2013.
I'm from Cologne, Germany here. I started a company called Cedo.com, a domain marketplace, back in 2001. Ran that for over 10 years. Partially here, and for 3 years in Boston, where I established our US company. Then I decided I wanted to go back into real entrepreneurship. After the company has grown quite big, we were over 300 people when I left the company, and now I have kind of a dual role, both advising startups as business angel, advising and investing, and then I have also two of my own projects, which I am more operatively involved. One of which is AdBlock Plus. So.
Nice. Sounds good. And what are the 3 keywords that you associate with the European startup, with the European Pirate Summit?
The 3 keywords I associate with the European Pirates Summit is fun, that crazy yard here, what is scrap yard, and Cologne, obviously. How do I define success? Good question. I think it's success. Well, it depends on it's business success or personal success, or I think you're talking more about business or startup success, which I would define as starting something up which has some kind of benefit to either society or to your customers, a product which you actually can stand behind, and which makes people happy or solves one of their problems, does something good, of course, for the general good. Well, I think what motivates me is that I know that there are always ups and downs. As long as kind of the general trend is okay, meaning that you're not into something which is fundamentally broken, but if you know you're doing the right thing, it's generally going well, then it's totally fine. You'll have good days, you'll have bad days, and I think that is motivating. And it's always motivating, I think, to have close co-founders. I would imagine it's kind of hard if you do this on your own. You're like the only one founding a company. Then you have few people you can share this with. And I always had the fortune of having good co-founders or good people to work with, and that makes life a lot better.
Easier, probably.
Yeah.
What do founders and pirates have in common?
Founders and pirates have in common. I think it's that challenge for the establishment. It's going into something without knowing where you will be, what you will reach. It's that risk taking in a certain. You could either come back with big treasures, or you could die on your way. I think not literally, but it's that appetite for challenges and for risks. Best advice I've ever received. Best advice.
I can ask you later again.
Actually, I did get one which always kind of is stuck in my mind is a business partner from the United States who once said that the biggest problem, after having sold the company, is the abundance of opportunities. That is the biggest problem, is that you're not limited by what you do at the moment, but you have so much choice, and that choice can become quite of a problem. And you have to kind of regain your focus and see what is really important. I think that was a really good advice, because that is true. Once I worked before, when I worked at Cedo, starting that company, it was always the mission was very clear. It was, okay, make Cedo the biggest domain company, domain marketplace in the world, and we had good days, we had bad days, but it was always clear what to do, and so it was only, okay, do you take this initiative, do you take that one, but never the whole thing was never kind of in doubt. Once I did not have that company anymore and had the possibility to do many things, it was really kind of finding, okay, what part is really what I enjoy. So startups, we want to get funding. I think the best is the advice I would always give is, okay, just go out and do something and actually develop a product as far as you can. Show that you have, show what it looks like in practice. Show that you have certain amount of traction, and don't always wait for the funding, but move it as far as possible with little means as possible, and then the rest will fall into its place. I think the worst thing you can do is wait for funding and say, oh, only if I had that money I could do this and that, because that's just not, like, the good thing, especially about internet-based businesses, you don't need that much funding. And if someone is able with very little resources to get to a certain stage, that speaks a lot about his entrepreneurial abilities. So I think it's about simply doing things.
At the end, some fun questions. So you're from Germany, so you know Club Mate.
Club here.
So would you prefer coffee or Club Mate?
Coffee.
And are you working with a Mac or with a PC?
PC guy. I'm a PC guy. Yeah.
That's cool. And what time do you get up in the morning?
When my son wakes me and I have the choice between a 5-month-old and a 5-year-old, and currently the 5-month-old is the one which usually tends to wake me around 5:30 or so, but that is not voluntarily.
How was it when you founded your company?
When I had the company and I had no kids, I usually got up at quite normal times. I was never someone who worked like 20-hour and night shifts and weekends. I'm a believer in good work-life balance and to try to be super efficient and super effective in your 8 or 9 or 10 days you have at work, but then the rest you should relax and sleep a lot, and so I went up at, I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock, and usually went to work around 9.
And then work for like 10.
And work for like until 6 or 7, and then call it a day.
If you could choose the country of your residence, what would it be?
If I could, well, currently I actually could choose the country of resident. It's an interesting question. My wife and I, we tended to ask that question to us, and now we're actually happy to have kindergarten places in Cologne, and that's worth a lot. And so it's really, Germany is a good place to live. We lived in the States for a while, in Boston. That was really good. I think I definitely want to go to San Francisco again and be there for a longer period of time at some point in my life, or also in the more southern part. But Germany is a good place to be.
What fun activities do you do during the day?
What fun activities during the day? I do a bit of sport, play soccer and some go biking and stuff. I like to travel, and then at the moment it's a lot about the kids. That doesn't leave a lot of time for other things.
What's your favorite soccer club?
My favorite soccer club is, it kind of depends. It's either Freiburg, where I'm from, or Cologne, or whoever has the chance to beat Bayern Munich.
Oh.
So Dortmund, I would say at the moment.
Awesome. Or maybe Bayer Leverkusen.
Or Bayer Leverkusen, or...
Not allowed to say that in Cologne.
Yeah, no, that's fine. As long as someone can beat Bayern Munich and steal the first spot from them, I'm all for them. Awesome. Can be Düsseldorf, doesn't matter.
Welcome to the European Pirate Summit 2013.